All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Apologize this morning, out a little too late last night. Here are all the ways to contact the show right there. You can text me anytime, 706-889-9700, and that's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week news hotline. You can get in touch with the show. You can also ask if you want to be on the show. Just text me and say, hey, I'd like to be on the show. And there's the social media ways to follow us. Now, I want to go here really quick in Georgia for just a reason because, you know, and I hate to say I want to get this story out of the way, but this is behind the Mueller report in Georgia. And actually, don't forget the heartbeat bill in Georgia. The heartbeat bill made it out of the Senate and is back over at the House in Georgia House of Representatives. Number 40, all right? Okay. Yes, it's Karen. Do you know Karen? Her name is Karen Handel. How could you not know Karen Handel? Why, Karen Handel's campaign 1.0, 1.2, Karen Handel 1.3 or 3.0. I got it wrong. Let's start again. Karen Handel campaign 1.0, you know, 2.0, 3.0. How many times will this lady run for an office? This lady has never seen an office in the state of Georgia that she did not want to run for. Now, she was elected in a special election in the 6th district. Remember Tom Price, the HHS secretary, picked by President Trump to do what? Dismantle Obamacare, and that is in the news this morning. But when he gave that seat up, there was a special election, and it was the most expensive congressional seat campaign in history. The DCCC poured the money in. She survived it. She became the Georgia representative from the 6th district for a day. She became representative for a day. They should have ran as, I want to be representative of the for a day. But anyhow, I don't forget. Did she serve a year or whatever? And then a lady that doesn't even live in the district, that's my understanding, not going down going down that road, Lucy, I think her name's Lucy McBath, came in and kicked her little butt, all right? So I tell you what I was looking for. I was going to try to find a picture to put up of Karen Handel and Donald Trump, the president of the United States. I couldn't find one. Karen, I couldn't find a picture of you and the president. Karen, I was thinking maybe I would find a picture of you and the president when the president came to Macon the Saturday before the election for now Karen, Governor Brian Kemp. And I was trying to find a picture with you in it down in Macon, but I couldn't. So she is running again in the 6th district of Georgia, all right? And let's see, her campaign strategy is to go and fight with Nancy Pelosi, fight against Nancy Pelosi's crazy liberal agenda. Really? Karen Handel running for the 6th. I just want to say, what would get you to believe anything this candidate says as far as going to be a conservative voice in Congress? That's why you're not elected today, Karen. You ran for the president of the United States. Now, that being said, don't forget, I want to get off of there. Number 15. Michael Avenatti, charged with trying to extort $25 million from Nike. I mean, here he is. That's number 16, MSNBC. Avenatti arrested, accused of extortion scheme against Nike, embezzlement, and defrauding a bank. All right? Now, I think it's terrible the way CNN and MSNBC are treating the guy. Let's go to 30. CNN. Avenatti charged A $20 million plot. All right. I think it's really, remember this guy was the hero. Go to 36. Allegedly tried to extort more than $20 million from Nike. All right. Number 37 right there on CNN. Claims it involves some of the biggest names in college basketball. I'll go take $10 billion off your client's market cap. I'm not effing around, Avenatti said. Well, remember when, and wait a minute. You can't do an Avenatti story without you know who. And you have to have, you can't, wait a minute, it'll take just a second. No Avenatti story without none other than, I've got it here, I got it here. Yeah. Give me number 17. Now, you know, this is the reason I wanted to do the Avenatti and Stormy Daniels here, because these are the credible news networks that introduce you to these people on a positive side. Remember that. Now, this is a, what word am I looking for? What word am I looking? I'm trying not to say something that I'm going to regret. But I think when you're a pole dancer and you take, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Would it be inappropriate to use the word whore? I think it would, so I'm not going to say that. All right, anyhow. So, a statement from Stormy Daniels. Knowing what I know now about Michael Avenatti, knowing what she knows now, I am saddened but not shocked by the news reports that he has been criminally charged today. She's not shocked by them. Wait a minute. Let's see. She is the porn star that has to pay Trump back for, let's see. She is the porn star that they claim got payments of hush money that's involved with Michael Cohen. Huh. Interesting. But she's not shocked by the news reports that have been criminally charged today. I made the decision more than a month ago to terminate Michael's services after discovering that he had dealt with me extremely dishonestly. Really? Hell, you say. And there will be more announcements to come. So, go ahead and put up 16. So, Michael Avenatti, let's remember something, folks. These are two people that CNN, okay? I don't have the results, but there was a time when this guy was on like CNN 320 times or something like that, a nightly guest for all of them, and what was getting ready to come out and what was getting ready to happen, okay, and what he could prove. You remember CNN, MSNBC, ABC, all of them, especially those two networks, introduce you to these people as credible sources against who? President Donald J. Trump. They presented you, Michael Avenatti, as this attorney that was representing this porn star that Trump paid off through Michael Cohen. You see, Michael Cohen's getting ready to go to prison over bank fraud. Nothing to do. Michael Cohen's getting ready to go to prison over nothing to do with President Donald Trump. Now, they're trying to create these charges now in the Southern District, and we'll move on from this. In the Southern District, this morning, of New York, how much of that case surrounds this bozo and that bimbo? Bozo and bimbo, that's who they are. How much of that case surrounds the bozo and the bimbo? Remember, this bozo right here in the Brett Kavanaugh hearings for Supreme Court Justice, he had the girl that had a daily pass on Amtrak, the train lady. Remember that? The party at the train? She drove the party car. This guy made all of that up. But yet, don't forget, folks, it's interesting. If you watched CNN yesterday, if you watched CNN at 4 o'clock this morning, if you watched MSNBC yesterday, but especially CNN this morning, they got this guy as criminal number one. He is the number one most wanted man in America. They are going after him on that network. And you got to stop there. Wait a minute. Was it 6 months ago, 7 months ago? How long has it been since you introduced bozo and bimbo to the American people as credible? Go back. Are you going to erase every single? What is the media going to do in all of this situation where it comes to the President of the United States? Are they going to go back and delete all these shows? I don't know. Just had to bring it up. Avenatti. It's very interesting. So, number 34, I just want to put this out here. Should the Mueller report be made public? 87% yes, 9% no. Again, brought to you by CNN. Democrats at a turning point on Mueller report with no criminal findings. How hard should they keep pushing? Should the Mueller report be public? Folks, polling shows that the American people don't care, period. Where did CNN find 87%? Where did they find that? Who did they poll? Okay? The American people do not care. I tell you what they do care about is you spent $20, $30 million of their money, if not more. They care about that. They hear that the president's vindicated. All right? No matter how you want to spin it. Now, let me say this. I'm trying to get which one I want first. She will be coming out, I understand, today. I told you every single day the Democrats will do what I call reveal a bombshell. They will put out, the candidates, the Democrat 2020 candidates, they will throw bombs out and see how they land, okay? Number 21, Kamala Harris unveils plan to give teachers $13,500 in pay raises. Wow. Now, here is the move right here for her. You don't like what I'm about to say. I understand that. This is actually a pretty bold move, maybe a pretty good move in blue states or states that are strongly represented by teachers' unions, okay? And the blue states. Right now, what she needs is she needs all the blue states and all the support she can get out of those blue states, as she knows the teachers' union is a big blue marble that she would like to have across this country. So throwing out a 13, now it just leads me to wonder what somebody will do next, but she is going to unveil a $13,500 pay increase, okay? Now, let me say this, all right? This is where you get in trouble, but when you start talking teachers' pay, okay, I want to be clear. One, we support teachers. We love our teachers. We think the majority of our teachers are out there doing an outstanding job wanting to teach our children. But they work 8 months a year, folks. I mean, I'm sorry, you can get mad if you want, but teachers work 8 months a year. Am I correct? Is there approximately 4 months out of the year where they're not at work? I don't know. Or even 3, let's say that. But they work 8 months, 8.5. So, now I know what I'm about to hear. Well, we educate your children and you put, hey, I get it. But still, the reality is, most of America gets 2 weeks vacation a year. And they get a couple extra days around Christmas and New Year's and, 4th of July. But outside of that, they get 2 weeks a year for vacation, the majority of Americans. But then you lead us to believe that we're the bad people because we don't give you 3.5 or 4 months off a year with a salary that exceeds what we make. Just saying. I mean, I never understand. Okay, I'm going to run through. I've got one more before I take a break because I promised at 9 o'clock I'm going to do a Lumpkin High School principal story, all right? It's going to be take me about 15 minutes to do the story. Don't want to miss it. And then we will get back to political conversation nationally and statewide. Number 14, okay? Trump, time to look at the people who did very, very evil and treasonous things. Folks, it's time to stop talking about treason in America, and it's time to charge people with treason and hold them accountable for treason. Okay? It's time to. It's time to flush out the entire evil group. Hillary, okay? Obama, this goes to the White House. Now, this week, all right, my prediction is, I hope this week, we're only Tuesday. Don't forget, we have the behind-the-door testimony released of Bruce Orr, okay, Lisa Page, and Peter Strzok. Watch for the next behind. You think the Mueller report? Yes. Now it's time. So watch for Representative Doug Collins to release another behind-the-door, closed-door testimony from this corrupt bunch and see who's next. There's 2 or 3 more coming, and they may be coming very soon. Now, I want to go to number 25. Lindsey Graham says he told John McCain to give Trump Russia dossier to FBI. Now, Lindsey Graham came out yesterday and said that during his weekend, he played golf. Lindsey Graham played golf with the President of the United States Sunday, okay? And during the time of playing golf with the President Sunday, he promised the President that he would start an investigation looking into the FISA court warrant, all right? That's what we want to see. There's so much more. He promised that. Now, all I'm telling you is when it comes to a report like this, this is the same media that presented Michael Avenatti and Stormy Daniels as creditable people. This is the same media 2 days ago, months that's gone after your president for 2 years. This is the same media that still does not accept and is carrying the water for the deep state media. They do not accept the Mueller report. They still believe there's collusion, all the above. So be careful trusting what they're trying to spin here, okay? I think what they're saying is, this is before. The dossier, you got to understand, is before the, I'm going to call it the Trump-Graham friendship, okay? Remember, Donald Trump was pretty rough on Lindsey Graham during the primary. And remember that the President of the United States, candidate Trump, then gave out Lindsey Graham's cell phone number. Remember that? Publicly. I mean, he was ruthless. I mean, Trump was in it to win, okay? He was everybody that says that Trump wasn't in it to win, he was ruthless. He was there to win that election. So Graham ends up, and we don't know exactly what happened. But the very close friend to John McCain ends up being, okay, the closer friend to the President of the United States. And at this time the dossier comes up, Graham and McCain are very close. So McCain says, hey, this is all that really, other people will know the details in depth. Hey, I've got this dossier. You better give it to the FBI is all I know. That's what I plan to do. And then at this point right here is a turning point for Lindsey Graham on John McCain. Right here is a turning point. So don't believe the headlines. Lindsey Graham says he told John McCain to give the Trump dossier, Russia dossier. Okay, was Lindsey Graham aware of it? Did he know that McCain was going to the FBI? But consider this probably a turning point for Lindsey Graham as he starts to say, hey, I think I'm going to be with President Trump. This is wrong. Hey, I'm your host, BKP. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. I just want to say every single thing, and I think that's where I'm going with that, every single thing you see in the media right now, you have no choice but to question. Oh, before I go to break, this is how bad. They're hurting. Yesterday they were hurting, and last night they were hurting, and Rachel Maddow, they're all hurting out there. They're trying to figure out what to say and do, okay? And they're actually saying, well, maybe we made a couple minor errors in our reporting, but we still stand behind the credibility of our newspapers, our networks, our reporters, so on. And they put one or two people on to be critical of themselves. You know, you're sitting there and you're watching and say, "Oh, I'm shocked he said that." That was all a setup. They got some people coming in, MSNBC, CNN. They got them on all the talking heads on those shows, and they got a couple of them that you don't expect saying things that are negative about themselves or their network. So you'll say, "I just didn't see that coming." Now, it's so bad, their credibility is so bad, and I'm not saying this is credible, that this is who they dug up at 6 a.m., number 23, all right? Now, Andrea Mitchell does not get up, put on the face cream, put on whatever she does there, and cleans herself off, dusts herself off after she gets up out of the dirt, and she does not come on. That's at 6 a.m. this morning. She joined Morning Joe and Mika at 6 a.m. trying to bring some credibility. Like people are watching and say, oh, Andrea Mitchell's on there. Okay. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break. When we get back, who is the new high school principal at Lumpkin County High School? We're going to take about 15 minutes to do that story. I'm your host. Take us to break.